And we are off. Good luck to both runners. Yes, I am reading chat. So if anyone has any questions, as long as they're not too much repetition, I'll do my best to answer.
Dies ist der Schikastein. Wird dir nach deinem langen Schlummer den richtigen Weg weisen.
Oh, looks like we're having a few technical difficulties on Zelkys' side. There we are. It's a little bit of lag.
Halte den Schikastein über das Podest.
We decided we wanted to watch a little bit of that beginning cutscene. Yeah, it will be interesting to see whether or not the two runners opt to use the new time save that was recently found last night and this morning. I don't see why not, seeing as it's a free time save. You really don't have to do anything. No technical skills are required. All you need to do is not press a button. Which for me personally will probably be a little bit hard to get out of the habit of. My mind's going to be so wired on pressing the button. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, a new time save was found recently in Breath of the Wild speedruns. Basically what it is usually what speedrunners would usually do is at the end of the shrine, when you see the cutscene of the monk basically just dissolving into nothing, we would skip that cutscene and go straight to the loading zone to bring you back to the overworld. What's recently been found is that if you don't skip that cutscene, the loading zone to take you back to the overworld is faster. So much faster that it's much more of a time save for you to just watch the cutscene rather than skipping it. So we'll see if our two runners implement that new find. As for routing, I do know that LouLouCore is a little bit more up to speed on the run, so it will be interesting to see whether or not he chooses to do the new routing for Plateau versus the old routing. Zelky just said that he is going to be doing the old route, so we'll see how this is going to affect their times, just how close they're going to be when they get the paraglider. Zelky is already at a little bit of a disadvantage just because he couldn't skip that first cutscene at the very beginning of the game. And how long is this run going to take? I will say this probably only once or twice since it is asked a lot in these tournaments. Basically, the run takes anywhere between 2.5 to 3 hours. The more optimized runs are between 2 hours and 10 minutes to 2 hours and 15 minutes, but usually we see around 2.5 hours. LouLouCore able to grab that shield, no problem. Looks like Zelkys is having a little bit of a problem getting that shield, but he's still able to grab it regardless. He's making his way over to the tower now. It looks like we're going to be seeing another cutscene from Zelky. Oh, never mind. Looks like he decided he did want to skip it. Oh, and we got a death from LouLouCore trying to do the fall damage cancel. That's going to be costly. So that'll give Zelky a little bit of an opportunity to catch up. There we go. Looks like he's able to get it second try. Zelky going for the fall damage cancel. Ooh! That is going to cost him. There was a mispress on his controller, and so he ended up doing a down smash instead of a throw. So he's taking a death as well on the tower. Oh, and it looks like he did the same button again. The same mispress, so he's going to be taking another death there. I wonder if he's going to opt to get down the tower the vanilla way, or if he's going to try another fall damage cancel. Meanwhile, LouLouCore makes his way to the first shrine. He's going to be grabbing a red rupee, selling it, or a red ruby, a ruby to sell for later. I guess the ruby is red, but there we go. Got it the second or the third try. And from the shrine that LouLouCore chose to take on first, it is very likely that he could still be doing the newer route. So it would be interesting to see which plateau route he opts to take. However, it is still possible that he teleports to the tower and ends up going to the bomb trial, so we will see. Looks like Zelkys opting to go the bridge route. Yep, and it looks like LouLouCore is going to be watching that ending cutscene in order to make the loading zone here a little bit faster. So you'll see the loading go a little bit faster than it usually does if you were to skip it. So that's going to save him just a few seconds on each shrine. Meanwhile, Zelkys starting his first shrine. Now, it's one of the great things about this tournament is normally in either one of these two's channels, you would see a reset happen around that tower death. But since this is a tournament, they really don't have a choice to reset, so they have to adapt and just kind of shake off the mistakes and keep going. Oh! It looks like Zelky didn't quite distance himself correctly on that block move, so he ended up not only missing the block move, but getting hit by the block that fell down. So he's going to have to take that block in the back and use that to move the blocks out of the way. LouLouCore, meanwhile, is making his way through the cold area. Zelky having a little bit of hard time with the door. There we go, but he got it open. LouLouCore getting a spring. Making the jump over. He'll be doing that final climb up to the shrine now. Burns a shroom to help him get up there. LouLouCore able to make it up, no problems. Yep, and it looks like Zelky is going to be running over to the bomb trial now. So he is going to be taking the older routing, while Lulu is going to be taking the new route. Save him a little bit of time, but again, a little bit harder to pull off. LouLouCore getting that Cryonis shield jump up. No problem whatsoever, very good. Trexler. Well, if LouLouCore is using a task, then he probably wants to reconsider which task he uses or maybe adjust it. Because for a task to be taking a death at that tower fall damage cancel would be quite tragic and very inefficient. I've never known a task to make that kind of a mistake. All right, Zelkys going to be starting his bomb trial now. Getting a little bit of lag from his side. That's not too big of a concern. Meanwhile, LouLouCore just finishing up the second part of the cold area. He's going to be making his way over to the stasis trial. Do you have enough hearts to make it? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, makes it no problem. Just in the nick of time too. Beautifully executed. Zelky having a little bit of problem with the bomb strat. He's trying to do it the stylish way, and it's not quite panning out for him. It's like he's just going to opt to throw them. Oh, it looks like he falls there accidentally, so he's going to have to climb back up. LouLouCore getting through the stasis trial without any hitches. Looks like Zelky missed the shield jump there again. Oh, careful there. You don't want to end up breaking your shield. You're definitely going to need that later on down the road. LouLouCore attempting his first launch here. Going to be grabbing a bow and then using that block to launch himself down to where the trees are, where he'll be attempting his second launch, which will be taking him over to his final shrine, the bomb trial. Beautiful launch. Very well done. Now he will be choosing the tree of his liking and using it to launch himself up over the ruins and into the bomb trial. Very good launch. Very well executed by LouLouCore. Well done. Looks like Zelkys going to be opting to walking a little bit further before he starts shield riding, just so that he doesn't spend too much time in the cold damage area, buy himself a little bit of time before Link starts losing hearts. Yeah, watching that final cutscene definitely saves you a good 3-4 seconds every single time you complete a shrine, so it's going to be a very, very nice advantage. So LouLouCore is now going to be heading to his last. Oh, it looks like Zelkys took a death. Didn't quite keep an eye on his health. Didn't down the mushrooms that he needed to, and so he's going to have to... I wonder if it's going to take him all the way back to the Resurrection Shrine, or if he'll be saved. Oh, you did do it intentionally. Okay. All right, and LouLouCore is now making his last launch up to... Okay, he did have a manual save. I guess that's what happened while my stream crapped out. Good launch from LouLouCore. Lands him perfectly on the roof. So he'll be grabbing his paraglider now. Yeah, honestly, besides that death at the tower in the very beginning, it's fairly flawless plateau for LouLouCore. A 23:32 time. No runner would be upset about that. Especially in a race. Oh, looks like Zelky just couldn't quite get that jump on that first Cryonis, but he's able to make his way up it. Looks like he's not going to attempt the shield jump. He's just going to walk right past that. Ooh. Not sure why that Guardian shot made Link act the way he did. Must have been because he was in the middle of trying to climb up to the platform. Maybe he was in the middle of the jump. LouLouCore now doing his launch to the horses. Good angle, a little bit far to the right. But honestly, just a tad bit to the right. It's an even better angle if he wants to grab that rock before he goes for the horses, which looks like what he's going to be doing. Ooh, didn't quite make it up, ran out of energy. He's going to do a manual save here, just in case he can't quite get the horse he wants on the first try. Meanwhile, Zelky finished his Cryonis, so he's going to be making his way to the second portion of the cold damage. Lulu grabbing a horse. Let's see if it's his 4-speed he wants. Nope, it looks like it is a 4 stamina, 3 speed. Looks like he's going to try and go for another horse. Oh, doesn't quite get it. So he's going to be doing a manual reload. Yep, gets the 4-speed he wants, so he's going to be making his way over to the Hyrule Castle Shrine, which leads me to believe that he's going to be using the Flying Machine. Because normally if you don't use Flying Machine, you end up going to the stable first to register the horse and also to activate the shrine that you can teleport to later. So we will see if we'll be seeing a Flying Machine from LouLouCore later on in the run. Meanwhile, Zelky's still having a little bit of a hard time here on the plateau. Taking a death there. Be a little bit more costly for him. Ran out of stamina right at the end, but he's going to be... Yep, gets that fall damage cancel, no problem. So he'll be starting his last shrine. Oh yeah, there's always hype when we find out one of the runners is going to be using Flying Machine, because it's always just really, really fun to watch. We'll see if today's Flying Machine is as flawless as the last run's was. If you guys don't recall, the last run, our runner was able to get Flying Machine first try. Ooh, LouLouCore's horse getting a little agitated and ends up going all the way inside the skull. Oh! Which causes LouLouCore to get hit by one of the black bokoblins. Just on the edge of death, he makes his way back over to the horse. Horse starts running away from him. No! Come back, horse! Okay, he's able to get back on. Ooh! Horse giving him a lot of trouble here. He does a manual save just in case. Oh, and he takes a death. What LouLouCore didn't quite realize is that horse was actually working for Ganon and led him straight into a trap, which resulted in a time loss. Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with the game, there is about a 12% chance that the horse that you grab that is a 4-speed is actually a servant of Ganon. It's a very small chance, but it does sometimes happen in runs. Meanwhile, Zelkys is setting up for his last launch in the plateau, last and only launch. Ooh, doesn't quite make it. So he'll be running over. A little bit of a time loss here running to the Temple of Time as opposed to the launch. He's going to be opting for the second launch here, the tree launch. That'll take him up to the roof. Nope, decides doesn't want to do it. Okay, and Zelky is now able to get his paraglider, so he'll be making his way off of the plateau. Meanwhile, LouLouCore grabbing the 500 rupees from the man that wanted us to donate them, but we're not gonna. We're just gonna use them for our own needs. We feel like the Great Fairy doesn't need them nearly as much as we do. Lulu's setting up here this launch. Ooh, doesn't quite get it first try. He'll be reloading and doing it a second try. Yeah, I think he started his jump a little bit late, and so Link didn't quite have enough time to get up to the height that he needed to. There we go. Got it right second time. The great thing about launching the tree that way to the side with the bomb is it gives you a little bit of extra height and speed. And so it allows you to not have to climb up. It actually takes you straight to where you need to go with a perfect angle. And also, you don't have to walk as much. Not quite the angle that Zelky was hoping for. It looks like he did skip the rare ore deposit on LouLouCore's side. Gets the second launch, no problem. Now, although the ore isn't required when you're doing the flying machine route, I do know that a lot of runners that use flying machine route still opt to grab it just in case they want to buy some extra bomb arrows either at Gerudo or at the Rito village. Oh, it looks like LouLouCore stasis that tree a little bit on the early side. So he'll be having to walk up to the chief's house. Yeah, if you stasis the tree too early, you don't give it a chance to actually disconnect from the bottom, and so it doesn't end up going anywhere. Even if you stasis it, it just continues falling. So you do need to wait until the tree has fallen just enough that it actually disconnects from the base. Otherwise, it does what you just saw. Zelkys now going to be going for one of these closer horses. Oh, doesn't quite get it. He ends up getting bucked off at the last second. So he's going to end up teleporting back to the Magnesis Shrine and making a second attempt. Meanwhile, LouLouCore is just selling and buying what he needs for the run. Okay, now Zelky's going to go for a second try on this horse. Hopefully he doesn't get bucked off again. Okay, looks like he was able to get the horse this time. It's a 3 speed, 4 stamina. Now he's going to be making his way over. Oh, looks like he expends all the stamina and has the horse buck him off again. Looks like Zelky's thinking about what route he's going to take and where he needs to go next. If he's not using the flying machine, then he's going to have to make his way over to the stable where he can register the horse and activate the shrine. It looks like he's making his way there now. LouLouCore is able to get that second launch over to the flight range, no problem. First launch to Rito didn't quite work out, but this one did, so that's very good for him. Yep, and it looks like my daughter wanted to give her 2 cents on LouLouCore's launch. Zelkys just grabbing a few items he's going to need. All right, now LouLouCore is going to be making his way up to the meadow now. Meanwhile, Zelky is making his way over to the Hyrule Castle Shrine. Pagan 7, who are we cheering for? We are cheering for both runners to get a personal best, is what we are cheering for. And of course, we are cheering for Baby Specs. Zelky's throwing his axe while riding the horse. For those of you who don't know, throwing the axe off of the horse, or rather the sledgehammer off of the horse, at a very specific time during the game actually decrease loading zones and ends up saving you approximately 15 to 20 seconds in the game. Oh, it looks like he takes a death there. GG Guardian. All right, LouLouCore just finishing up with the Enter the Meadow now. Oh, looks like he took another death right there. Again, GG Guardian. It looks like Zelky is able to make his way over to Hyrule Castle now. He just need to dodge a few more Guardian shots. He will be in. Alright, Zelky was able to make it over to the shrine, so he'll be activating it and then making his way over to the meadow now. Looks like Zelky is opting to actually go in the shrine. I wonder what his thought process is here. Maybe he wants the Guardian Sword. Or rather, the Guardian Spear. Okay, yeah, it looks like it was just a bit of an accident on his part, so he's going to be taking a death there purposefully so that he can reload to the beginning and make his way out of that shrine. And then LouLouCore is just making his way to the last terminal now. So he'll be completing his Vometto. Zelky was actually able to get out of that area without being noticed by any Guardians. That's quite impressive. Now LouLouCore activated his final shrine, grabbed some bombs there. Fantastic. LouLouCore is able to one cycle the Wind Blight Part 1, so he'll be making his way to Wind Blight Part 2. Oh, there we go. Was able to one cycle that one as well. Fantastic. Grabs that extra heart there. He's probably going to want to use that. So while Zelkys is going to be making his way over to the stable, where he'll be making his first couple of launches going to Rito Village. LouLouCore is now making his way back to the Cryonis Shrine, where he'll be making his launches to the Gerudo Desert. That's right. So they've got about maybe 10 to 12, maybe even 15-minute difference between them. This is one of the more difficult launches of this run. These chest launches, just because it's such a small target that you have to have Link get hit by it. Just a very precise angle. All right, we're going for a second try here on LouLouCore's launch. Ooh, doesn't quite get it the second try. Falls off the box at the last minute. He's going to be doing a reload there. Nope, looks like he didn't get it the second try, so he's just going to be gliding over. A little bit of a time loss there. Meanwhile, Zelky is opting for the Name Your Horse strat. For those of you who don't know about that strat, the Name Your Horse strat is where runners have recently found out that if you actually name your horse something a little bit longer than normal, it decreases loading times by about 2 seconds each. Saves you approximately 30 seconds total. Oh, and Zelky's missing that tree launch the first try, so he'll be doing a reload. Meanwhile, LouLouCore is still making his way over to the second tree launch. Oh, it looks like he doesn't quite get that tree launch. Not the way he wanted to anyway, so we're going to see another reload here on his side. Oh, LouLouCore doesn't get that tree launch. So he'll be doing the Walk of Shame over to the desert area. Oh, looks like Zelkys took a death from a failed tree launch. Wasn't quite able to get up and ended up walking right in front of it just as the tree ended up getting removed out of stasis. Zelky's going to be going for a third attempt here on the tree launch. Oh, it looks like he wasn't able to get it third try either, so he'll be doing another reload here. LouLouCore's shield broke at just the perfect time when he was going to be grabbing a second shield. Oh, and wasn't able to make it the third time either, or the fourth time. So we'll be doing another reload here. Meanwhile, LouLouCore just got his sand seal, so he'll be making his way over to the Gerudo village. Oh, it looks like Zelkys wasn't able to get that time either. So we'll be seeing another reload from his side. Very smart strat on LouLouCore's side, bonking the sand seal so it'll be there waiting for him. Zelky's finally able to get that launch. Fantastic. Just one more launch separating him and the Rito village. We'll see him grab the ore deposits here. Looks like we grabbed 2 topazes. That's fairly good RNG. Looks like he's looking for a few more minerals, not able to find them. Looks like we're going to see another reload here from him. I'm thinking he wasn't quite satisfied with that mineral RNG. So he's going to be trying again to see if he can get a little bit luckier. Oh, looks like he's loading up. Okay, so yeah, it looks like he decided he didn't want to do the launch again. He's just going to move on with the run. Oh, never mind. He's loading back over to before the launch. Meanwhile, LouLouCore just grabbing the female clothing, so he's going to be entering into the Gerudo town now. Oh, a little bit of a bonk there on the wall. LouLouCore is going to be going through a series of cutscenes now in the Gerudo Palace. Zelkys still trying to get launches to the Rito village.
Rivalis Sturm ist bereit. Alright, so LouLouCore is now making his way over to the Yiga clan hideout. Zelky was able to get that launch, good for him. Let's see if he can get a little bit better RNG on these rocks.
Looks like he got 2 topaz again. Got an amber. Will that be good enough for him? And a ruby, that's true. Yep, looks like that's enough for him. He'll be making his way over to the Rito village now. Meanwhile, LouLouCore is expertly dodging these Yigas. We're going to be seeing a tree launch here now from Zelky. Very nice tree launch. Wind blowing him a little bit off course. Not at all what a runner wants to see. Alright, now LouLouCore is going to be taking on probably the hardest boss in the entire run. Those of you who aren't very familiar with this speedrun, this boss coming up can kill a run very, very quickly. Alright, and Zelky's going to be doing this tree launch again, trying to get a better angle without that wind RNG. What? Still got the wind RNG, but how did that launch work? That was hilarious. Looks like the tree hit him at just the right angle, and he was in the perfect position that even though he was pushing against the tree, it hit him. Zelky's able to make his way up. Be grabbing his fish and then heading over to the clan leader's house or hut. Okay, LouLouCore is just finishing the boss fight now. Meanwhile, Zelkys going through the cutscenes of the Rito village, and then he'll be making his way into the Vametto dungeon. Yeah, Vametto for speedrunners, and I think even for casual runners, would be found to be probably the most useful of the powers is Revali's Gale, which is why we opted to get it first. All right, and LouLouCore is going to be cooking some bananas here so that he has that attack up that he needs. The next blight that's coming up is a little bit of a troll, to say the least. So we need all the advantage we can get. Wow, very perfect timing on the two runs, both having the memory at the exact same time. It's not something you'll see again every day, or ever, as a matter of fact. Having two runners have that exact same time, perfect synchronization. Ooh, looks like Zelky didn't quite check his health before the launch, so he ended up taking a death there. You gotta be very careful when you set up those launches that you have enough health to make it through. It takes about 2.5 hearts depending on how you do the launch. Alright, he's going to set up for his second try for a launch here. This time he does have health. Yep, he's able to get that launch just fine. He's a little bit farther to the left than he would have liked to be, but that's okay. He's going to take the launch. He's able to just slightly adjust his angle enough so that he gets where he wants to. He is still taking cold damage, so hopefully he does remember that. Otherwise, he's going to be taking another death here in the next couple of seconds. Yep, and there's the death there, just like I thought. Meanwhile, LouLouCore is going to be doing his enter Naboris area now. He's going to try and save as many on arrows as possible. Really only takes 4 arrow shots if you're able to do it correctly. We'll see if he'll be able to conserve on arrows here. One shot, there's 2 shots. Perfect. Very well executed by LouLouCore, able to get it done with just 4 shots used. So he'll have more than enough bomb arrows than required for his next few segments here. It'll be interesting to see if LouLouCore opts to go the new routing of Naboris or the old routing. And the new Naboris route saves around 10 to 12 seconds. So we'll see if he opts to go that way. The way that you'll be able to tell which route he chooses is at the very beginning of the Vanaboris dungeon. He's going to run straight to the corner and do a Revali's Gale right off the bat. If not, then he's going to be just circling around and going straight to the control terminal. So we'll see here which route he chooses. Now it looks like he's opting for the old route, so he's going to be walking around and then just going straight to the control terminal. Otherwise, he would have done a Revali's Gale right there. And then Zelky is now going to be making his way up to the meadow segment.
Du hast die Karte. Sieh sie dir ein. Naboris, das wird sich... Noch 4 kommen.
All right, LouLouCore just making his way, just breezing through this. Not sure if he shot that. Yep, looks like he missed that eye shot, so he's gonna make way to take a second shot. Zelkys just doing his Vametto segment right now. A little bit of hard time on these shots. Okay, he is able to get that first turret though. LouLouCore is grabbing his fourth terminal. Oh, missed another shot there on Zelky's side. Oh, missed it again. There we are. Nope, another missed shot there. Give me trying again. Nope, still too high. That one looked too high as well. Yup. That one might make it. There we are. All right, looks like he was able to get through to that entrance. Okay, LouLouCore was able to get that first phase of the Thunder Blight done. No problems. Going on second phase right now. Oops, wasn't able to quite grab that. Okay, grabbed it second time. Ooh, just enough. Yep, second phase, no problem. Yeah, he did miss the one cycle, but he was able to recover without any problems. Missing the one cycle there can be very, very bad, especially since the Thunderblight is such a trolly enemy to deal with. But he was able to take care of it, no worries. Able to have a nice recovery and a nice second cycle. So he is finishing off with Naboris now. Meanwhile, Zelky is now entering Vametto. Just get started on that. Oop, doesn't quite get the height he needed to grab those bomb arrows. Making his way back to the updraft, trying again. Okay, able to make that updraft work for him. Tries hitting the box, and then he realizes that it does have a handle to it. So rather than that, he's going to use the handle strats, where you just open it normally.
Yep, and we're going to get some hype here for some flying machine. We'll be seeing LouLouCore attempt it now. You know what they say, chat. Don't hate the strat. Learn it. All right, meanwhile, Zelky is just starting on his second terminal here. Oops, Zelky's forgot one of the shrine or one of the terminals back there. While forgetting the terminal, didn't quite get. Nope, Zelky is still missing that terminal. He's skipping the third one. I wonder if he knows. Okay. LouLouCore is a little bit shaky on the ascent here. He's able to get up without too much of an issue. Oh, a little bit shaky. Now he's going forward. A little bit more up is all it's needed. There we are. Very careful. Oh, that's shaky. Oh, every time I see this, it's nerve-wracking. There we are. Doesn't quite make it over the wall. So he's going to be having to do a little bit of a walk around, or over, I should say. Making his way over to the second machine now, where he'll be completing the set. First try on the more difficult part 1. Very well done. Grabs the bomb arrows there. Very smart. Kills the flying geese because they can be trolly sometimes when setting up this flying machine. Having a hard time getting up. There we are. A little bit shaky in the beginning, but it looks like he's going to get up no problem. It looks like Zelky is going to be starting his Wind Blight fight. Does some dodging of a tornado there, not quite able to get the one cycle. Oh, wasn't able to headshot that first one. There we go. Now he gets the headshot. Looks like he's going to do some manual hitting. Watch that durability though, Zelky. If you're not careful, you're going to run out of launch items. Oh, wastes an arrow there for good luck. Wind Blight just doing a couple of teleports. Gets him into second phase. Yep, LouLouCore realizing he needs a little bit more height, and so he makes some adjustments here before he gets into the heat area. Ooh, was able to knock him off with a normal arrow at the nick of time on Zelky's end. Oh, still having a hard time. Having to take a few more shots than he wants to. Wind Blight will teleport again. Oh, second teleport to waste a little bit of durability for good luck. Oh, let's change to some arrows that we actually have. There we are. Not quite able to get the headshots here. A little bit of difficulty in this fight. Wind Blight doing another teleport. This might be the end. Oh, not quite able to take a shot. There we go. One final shot. There it is. Zelky able to finish the Wind Blight just as LouLouCore makes his way into the Goron City. Doesn't quite have enough money. There we are. Just needed to buy the chest piece instead of the legs. LouLouCore going to cook some heat resistance potion. Did he buy extra arrows somewhere? No, Zesty Jesty. Just seeing the results of the runner not choosing to get the mineral deposit. Again, a lot of people say that people who do the flying machine don't necessarily need to. We're seeing now that that's not the case. Yeah, like I said before, even if you don't do the horse route, even if you do the flying machine route,
it is always good to have those extra rupees just in case you do need them, just in case you end up not having enough money. All right, and then now LouLouCore is going to be saving our favorite character of the entire game, while Zelkys sets up for the Cryonis block launch rather than the DLC block launch. Or not block, rather the treasure chest. Get his angle set up. Ooh. It looks like he opted for the shield parry rather than the jump. Yeah, the shield parry launch is a very good strat. However, most speedrunners opt for the jumping to get hit by the block instead, or jumping to get hit by the treasure chest instead, just because it tends to be a little bit more consistent than the shield parry. That LouLouCore not even going to try doing the shield launch back to Goron's. He's just going to do the teleport. Zelky not quite able to make that launch the first time, so he's going to be doing it a second time. It looks like this time he opted for the jump. Looks like he's going to take another intentional death here in order to refill some hearts. So you have to use food. So LouLouCore now is going to be making his way over to part 3 of the flying machine. Whoops, wasn't quite able to get the flying machine on that time. Try again here.
Alright, Zelkys going to be trying another shield launch here with the treasure chest. Nope, didn't quite get it. So he's going to be doing another reload. Trying again. LouLouCore activating the shrine, and now will be making his way over to the Zora domain. Having a hard time getting that set up. He's going to try it at a different angle. No, not quite working for him. There we go. Oh, nope, didn't quite work. He's going to be setting that up again. I think it's just the way that the hill is. And there we are. Able to get that. A little bit of effort, but still able to make it work. Zelkys is able to get that launch. Looks like he opted this time for the jump backwards launch rather than the shield parry launch. Again, the jump backwards launch is a little bit more consistent than the shield parry launch, just because if you were to try to shield parry that box, it may or may not launch you very far. So now he's going to be making his way over to the tree launch. That'll be taking him over to the Gerudo Valley. Very nice flying machine from LouLouCore. Zelkys just setting up this tree launch here. Having a hard time getting up on the tree. Oh, again, forgetting to check his life before he did that launch. Lou's just going to chill while we wait for the rest of the people to show up and for the floor to load. They're redoing the tiles right now, so the floor isn't all quite there. Oh, looks like they were done. Zelkys going to be making a second attempt for this tree launch. Tries cutting the tree with the sledgehammer, but then realized it might be a little bit more efficient for his speed run to try doing it with a axe. So he uses the axe instead. Doesn't quite make the launch the second time, so we'll be seeing a reload from him. While LouLouCore is playing Breath of the Cutscenes, we're going to have Zelkys go for another try here at the tree. Oh, takes another death here. Again, needs to be sure to check his life before he does these launches. Otherwise, he may or may not make it all the way alive. Oh, didn't quite get that launch again. I'm wondering if he's deciding whether or not to... Oh, yep, he's just going to take a death there. That way it'll respawn him with full hearts.
Zerstöre das Eis. Auf geht's. Auf geht's. Gute Arbeit, Link. Sehr gut, Link. Halt dich gut fest. Nutz die Chance. Hast du Elektropfeile? Bring Link! Du bist der Beste! Haha! Oh?
Du lebst da. Ich habe... Möchtest du... Dann sollte...
Okay.
Die Karte...
So LouLouCore is starting up with the Varuda segment now.
Vier Kontroll... Oh, sieh sie dir gut. Roter viel Glück. Noch drei Kontroll...
Yeah, the reason why LouLouCore is using the Great Eagle Bow here at Varuda to enter it, a lot of people say that it's because of runner forgetfulness. However, there have been allegations that using the Great Eagle Bow to enter Varuda actually lessens Calamity Ganon's life when you first fight him. So, absolutely intentional, not at all runner error. Zelky just got his female clothing, so he'll be entering now, and he'll be going into the throne room, starting his cut scenes.
Achte auf seine Lanze. Damit hat er eine hohe Reichweite.
LouLouCore not quite able to get the one cycle on the Water Blight. But he's able to get the first phase taken care of there. Aquila Ezio, these runs can range anywhere from 2 hours and 30 minutes to, probably 4 hours, depending on who's running. It looks like LouLouCore was able to one cycle that. Fantastic. All right, LouLouCore's finished with Varuda, so he'll be making his way back to the Elden Volcano, where he'll be doing the Enter Rudania segment, arguably all of us speedrunners' favorite segment of all the runs. LouLouCore is going to be able to sit back and relax. Like I said before, this is a very, very easy part of the speed run. Nothing can really go wrong here. So be able to just sit back, enjoy the wonderful AI that Nintendo has created for us. All right, Zelky is now making his way over to the Yiga Clan hideout. Yeah, this escort mission, in all seriousness, is probably a thorn in every single speedrunner's foot. just because of how many things can go wrong, how slow Yunobo is, how uncooperative he can be. So hopefully LouLouCore has a nice, smooth escort mission without any hiccups. About how far back is Zelky at the moment? Seeing as he still hasn't quite entered into his Vonaboris dungeon, I would say he's probably going to be finishing at around 3 hours and 45 minutes, maybe 4 hours. An optimistic run for him at this point would probably be at around the 3 hours and 40 minutes time frame. Yeah, definitely a lot more than 15 to 20 minutes. I would say that Zelky's more or less between an hour or so behind. Especially with that death putting him back a little bit. Yeah, about 1 hour behind is PB, so... Oh! Ouch! Holy RNG! LouLouCore tried using that block to hit the Guardian, but ended up going back at him. Wow! You hate to see that. Zelky's able to enter. Not sure what he's going for. I think he's trying to find the extra chest. Okay, no, he was just looking for the entrance. Quite remembering which entrance it was in. But now he's in the Yiga clan hideout. LouLouCore recycling that box so that he can use it on the other sentries and on these moblins coming out. Very, very smart on his end. Ooh, almost gets seen by the Yiga clan member. Oh, got seen. So he's going to have to take a death here. There we are. So he'll be starting this part from the beginning, which honestly not too bad since he was already at the beginning in the first place. It would have been even worse had he... Oh, gets seen again. LouLouCore is just finishing up here. Couple of moblin bonks on the head. And LouLouCore will be finishing up with this escort. Looks like Zelky opting to use a Rivali's Gale up to avoid being seen. And it looks like Zelky's going to be going for a slightly different approach to the Yiga clan hideout. Oh, but it looks like he changes his mind and remembers that there's a faster way. Oh, didn't quite make that jump. Is he going to get seen?
Das ist der Leitstein.
All right, looks like he's able to make it through. Meanwhile, LouLouCore is just doing the blue fire shots right now. Goodness me, if I could speak. Varudanya. Very, very lucky he didn't get seen there. Oh my goodness. Yep, he's able to get that second lantern, no problem. All right, Zelky was able to make it through the E-Clan hideout, no problem. So he'll be facing off with the E-Clan boss now. Meanwhile, LouLouCore is going through, grabbing the control terminal. He'll be doing this third shot of the blue fire. This one's a little bit tricky since you can't actually see it, but there is a good visual cue for it. There we are.
Es sind noch 3.
All right, while Zelky starts with his Koga fight, LouLouCore is just finishing up with his third terminal.
Noch 2 Kontrollen.
Ooh, Zelky taking a death from Koga.
Noch ein Kontroll.
I don't know what to say about that. Other than he took a death from Koga.
Sauber. Siehst du auf dein... Aber bleib...
LouLouCore is going to be entering into his final Blight fight now.
Nimm dich von diesem riesigen Schwert in Acht.
Zelky trying to go back out. Looks like he's unable to.
Pass auf deine Feuerbälle auf. Die sind brandgefährlich.
Ich beschütze dich.
Ooh, LouLouCore diving down into the fire. Wasn't quite able to kill the fire blight like he wanted to.
Das ist deine Chance, Bruder.
There we go. All right, so now LouLouCore has finished with the fourth and final dungeon. So he will now be making his way to Calamity Ganon. Master Koga throwing those bombs in ways that no speedrunner has ever seen thrown before. Ooh, Zelky takes another death there from Koga.
Und die Seelen der Recken erlöst. Sie werden bereit sein, wenn du in Schloss Hyrule gegen Ganon kämpfst. Und ich?
That's going to be very costly time-wise, but it may give him the opportunity to go back into the room and collect those arrows. Nope, doesn't look like it. It looks like he's going to go right back into that fight. Getting Koga into phase 2. Nice bomb throw. Oop. Falling accidentally there on the corner was just a little bit too far close to the edge. Oh, taking another fall there. One more and that'll be it for Zelky. Oh, and then taking a third death there from Koga. Yeah, those falls brought him down to just enough life to where one of those blocks would kill him. Now you guys see why I say Koga is one of the hardest bosses in the game. How he can ruin runs. You and your kappas after I say that. Shame on you all. Alright, LouLouCore is entering the Sanctum now. So he'll be taking on Calamity Ganon. Alright, first things first, lots of arrows to the head. Ooh, even getting a flurry rush. Not capitalizing on it though, probably didn't have you. More arrows to the head. Diving out for some weapons and some items, much needed for this fight. Very nice deflection. Calamity Ganon now on phase 2. And this is where it gets fun. Ooh, taking another death there from Koga. LouLouCore very, very skillfully getting those hits in. Ooh, very nice. Was able to get the perpetual stun. Nice. Very, very masterfully done. So he's going to be taking Ganon into the Beast Ganon state.
Ganons Hass umgibt ihn wie ein Panzer. In diesem Zustand dringt kein Angriff zu ihm durch. Ich werde diesen Hass zurückdrängen. Meine Kraft ist sehr gering.
LouLouCore taking a couple of shots to the sky for good luck. Actually supposed to help with RNG with the Beast Ganon. Shooting him in a couple of unfriendly places. I wonder if he felt that.
Du musst auf die leuchtenden Stellen zielen. Ganon wird immer schwächer.
Rivalis Sturm ist bereit.
Jetzt schnell.
Very nice shots. First couple of shots didn't quite go the way he wanted, but he was able to make up for them during the flurry rush. Or the bullet time, I guess is what it is. I always mix those two up. Again, taking a couple of steps forward. I've actually never seen him do that before. I wonder where he's going. There we are.
Nur noch ein bisschen. Dann haben wir ihn. Link, sieh nur. Sieh dir Ganons Kopf an. Das ist Link. Streck.
LouLouCore finishing with an official SRL time of 2:27.29. GG, LouLouCore.
All right, let me see if I can get LouLouCore in quick.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, man? GG.
Good.
Ich habe
Ah,
alles
thanks.
miterlebt. Von Anfang an.
How you feeling?
Schicksal.
I don't know.
Dein Kampf.
I didn't like this run at all.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. It definitely had some really rough areas.
Ich war mir ganz sicher,
Yeah.
du würdest die Verheerung gar
There was a
nicht
lot of
sagen.
things that would have done differently.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your mindset throughout this entire run?
Well, I was like tilted from the beginning after like the death for the fall damage cancel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told myself like do it slowly, and as soon as I unequipped the axe, the joystick went back like to the center of the controller, and it flicked a little bit, so the axe came back, and I was like, ugh.
Oh man,
Yeah, happens, dude. Happens.
it did. It does happen. You know, it happens to the best of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you still won. You're still going to be going through to the next round. So GG on that. Didn't quite get a PB, but honestly, 2:27.29. I would say any runner would be okay with that in a race.
Yeah, no, I would like. I'm fine with the time, to be honest. Like only a minute behind my PB.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. It was that close.
Yeah, at some point it was like +5, and I was like, ugh. It's like whatever. I'm gonna finish the run, and boom.
And it looks like we've got Zelky in here as well. GG, my man.
Hello? I
Hello.
just did the sub 230.
Nice,
No,
dude.
GG, do. On your way.
Yo, what happened?
Like, literally from 1 hour 15 minutes to
Yeah, you decided you
minus
just didn't want to
28
finish.
minutes. Yeah. I don't want. I just wanted to finish because I haven't played for like 6 months.
Oh,
It's kind of pain for me.
yeah.
It was for fun, to be honest. I think next run can just be better.
Oh yeah,
Or maybe it
absolutely.
would be worse.
I'm definitely foreseeing a lot of run-throughs between now and your next run for sure, just to make sure you are fully refreshed on it.
Yeah, dude. 6 months ago, my
Do you
last
plan
friend
on-
streamed.
Do you plan on learning any of the new routings that have taken place between now and then?
Good question. Maybe.
Since you're
If it's
already
still-
going to be...
If it's still the good category, I mean by that no amiibo, then I can learn it. Because no amiibo is no cheats.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Speaking of cheats, LouLouCore, I gotta say, GG on that flying machine, very well executed.
The second part to go to Zora's domain, though, that was like painful.
You were on kind of an incline I saw of a hill, and that's why I was giving you a little bit
Yeah.
of grief, but I saw you corrected that, and then it worked just fine.
Yeah, but I've never seen like the card before, like slipping away, like it's a soap or something. that
Well-
was new to me, so yeah.
Yeah, and it can be a little bit... Honestly, I've never even attempted flying machine, nor do I think I ever will.
I don't know why people ate that trick. To
It's
be honest,
kinda
it's
hard.
not that hard. It's like you put few hours of practice and you just learn basically how to not screw it up, and you're fine, I guess.
Yeah, from start to finish, every single time the flying machine was mentioned in chat or by myself, you see a lot of hate going through the chats.
Yeah.
Even now, I can see a lot of people just blowing up on the flying machine. One person in particular, although I'm not quite sure I recognize the name.
I do agree with Ricky in the chat, though. It's a little bit boring to do flying machine, to be honest. Like, it's cool at first, but it gets like, it's long, but it's fast at the same time. So
It is. It's a full 2 minutes faster, and
Yeah.
you know when you're a speedrunner, you're not necessarily looking for the most entertaining route. you're looking for the fastest.
Yeah, exactly.
And if that means us having to watch the last cutscene of every shrine, then we'll watch the
Oh
last
my god,
cutscene
dude,
of every
I
shrine.
tried for the first time to run because I was testing that last night, and I actually golded every split that I did.
Nice.
It's dumb.
Well, I mean, it's an extra. It's free. It's a free 5 seconds, pretty much, on every single split.
Yep.
Yeah, when I found out about that new development, I was absolutely ecstatic because to me, you know, for an all dungeons run, for an AMQ run, that saves what, you know, a minute, maybe. For an AMQ, it saves maybe a minute. I think for all dungeons, it's like 20-30 seconds, half a minute.
It's only the 4 shrines.
Okay,
so it's around like 12 maybe at best.
Yeah, but when you get into the runs like 100% or all shrines, it's a good 10 minutes. It's 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, this
so
is going to be huge.
Yeah, I was really, really excited when I found that out. And it goes to show, you know, you never know anything about the game. There's always development.
The game's not even a year old. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of stuff that's still like left to discover.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, GG on both of you.
I forgot how they were the launches because I knew all the timings, and now I'm just rusty as hell.
Just a little bit rusty. Well, you know, just a couple of run-throughs will cure that quickly.
Yeah,
we'll be seeing you here again.
I haven't streamed for a month. I'm so rusty. But I may take some practice.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit of practice will be just fine.
But thanks for the race.
Yeah.
Dude, that was fun. GG, dude.
Yep. I'm not quite sure what we got going on next, although I do know a little bit late. So we're going to go and end it here again. If any of you guys have not done so already, please give these two runners a follow. Great runners, great entertainers. Thank both of you once again, GG, and we'll see you guys next time.
Dude, thanks for commentating, by the way.
No problem. My pleasure.
Alright, see ya, guys.
Bye.
See ya.